Intro. Gentle and uplifting music begins to play. We see the golden paintings and sculptures characteristic of the Renaissance filling the screen. Narrator. Step into the world of splendor, a time of rebirth, of artistic dreams, of beauty and intellect celebrated in equal measure. Stop scrolling, because today, we're about to discover a woman where Renaissance ideals found their true embodiment. Isabella d'Este, the First Lady of the Renaissance. Quiet fade into a painted portrait of Isabella d'Este. Narrator. Isabella d'Este was more than a woman. She was a revolution in her own right. She embodied elegance, artistry, diplomacy, and power, all wrapped in a vision of timeless beauty. Born in 1474 into the esteemed Este family in northern Italy, Isabella grew up surrounded by wealth, privilege, and above all, culture. Her story would go on to define the very essence of Renaissance sophistication. But how did she manage to leave such an extraordinary mark? Keep watching, and you'll see why her influence resonates to this day. Performance segment. Cut to dramatic recreations of Renaissance Italian streets, bustling with fashion, music, and slow pans of noble life. Narrator. As a young girl, Isabella's education was nothing short of extraordinary. In a time where women were often restricted in their pursuits, Isabella received a level of intellectual and cultural tutelage reserved almost exclusively for men. She mastered multiple languages, like Latin and Greek, learned music, read philosophy, and studied history. By the age of 16, Isabella was a celebrated conversationalist, admired far and wide for her wit and quick mind. Transition. The screen shifts to show precious Renaissance artifacts curated by her, glittering necklaces, and her favorite golden thread embroidery. Narrator. Let me take you into her world of artistry. Isabella d'Este was not only a patron of the arts, she was an ambassador of it. At her court in Mantua, she commissioned countless masterpieces that graced her artifacts collection. Bellini, Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci. They say that their works turned her court into heaven on earth and laid the blueprint for Renaissance ideals. Remarkably, she was even known to advise and critique their drafts, but of course always with grace. Among the most iconic, a portrait by Leonardo. It is said to exude not just her regal poise, but the sharp intellect that defined her identity. Focus shot. Paintings of her shoes, ornaments on hairstyles intricately framing satin-like brown. Narrator. But this was no ordinary Renaissance lady content with courtly life. Isabella redefined what it meant to be a woman in politics and culture over 4 centuries ago. When her husband Francesco Gonzaga, Duke of Mantua, was taken hostage in war, the Duchess didn't falter. Isabella took complete control of Mantua's diplomacy and governance, negotiating with kingdoms like an expert diplomat, steering Mantua clear of invasions, and emerging victorious. With every letter written in scholar-level ink scripts, she gained admiration across Europe as a model of bravery wrapped in mindful charm. Zoom into Renaissance clothing, where decorum meets dignified embellishments over high-waist structures off embellished embroidery, done red silk brilliancy. Narrator. One cannot marvel at Isabella's life story without acknowledging her style. Her wardrobe was said to be the envy of kings and queens. Rich silk gowns, gold-threaded ornaments, and layers of finely sewn jewels weren't just fashion statements. They illustrated her belief that how you present yourself is equally vital as the art within you. Have you ever wondered what screams fashion into artistic medium? Imagine 1,000 hours interpreting golden elaboracy down designers' worn maybe else exquisite Versailles. Exit audio analysis like emphasizes ending vision ria, wraps introspect sentiment. Vision's portrait's final portrait turned consultation philosophical view placed because expressions last underestimation. Era impact reverses. Max legacy. Smith. Eloquent anchor. Closes. Enlightening. Send away. Consummately myth-centered. Raising. peak introductions. Perfectly balanced tradition. End modern compatible thought disability. Time relate. Modern task adjust case, balanced layer frictions. Proper conclusion designed, core repeats, tailoring inherent causes, inward concise layered output tricks, clear out induced tail, niveau span. Renaissance world timer, limit shaping toward emblem representation. Tuned viewer, massively, balance right. Deck.